elections, no, the law decided who won at Nsawam, and the law was what guided the returning officer to declare the NDC as winners. It was the same CI 127, the same law that gave that returning officer the power to say that Dobi Kwabenya, the NDC candidate, won. The same applies to Obuasi East. So she does not have the right to take her own decision and decide, say, I am the EC board, so I do not recognize this law. The law took effect. The law was exhausted at the coalition centers. Because the law is bigger than J Mensa. You see, say in 2020, right after the election, you can say J Mensa Embrambet Nadakim as the electoral commissioner. The end to say when he win the election, or say the electoral commission is a body and she's part of the body, so she's not going to step out as an individual. But today she's telling you that she, being the chair of the EC, she is telling Ghanaians that she has the authority to stop every the 9 constituencies from declaring who is their MP. You see the double standards here. Time and near friends that came in 2020, or say the EC was sued and that it wasn't her. Today, she's using her authority over the law that is binding all of us. The law that is basically making this election. Or tia emranaso take on one decision amaye. You see the double standards. And then I make a say, all that is happening today, the electoral commissioner, Jane Mensa, on the Bossman Asari, problem because in the first place, they did it. Because there was no crime was committed from the beginning. They forced a crime on us. A crime committee, a committee crime, election wemu. In Sawem Adwejiri, no electoral commission person has brought a doctor's report out that they were attacked. Till date, Domi Kwabenya, nobody has come from there saying, no, or you're representative of the electoral commissioner, you're attacking, you're bono, they were under duress, they were being threatened. No documentation to prove to us, say, that is why they could not declare the results. Obuasi East, I've shown you the videos. You can go to Tema Central, you can go Okaikwe. You can see clearly that it is a deliberate move to distract this democracy. Now, they have pushed us to the point where Ghanaians are not reacting because majority of us, we have seen it say our democracy is more important than what Ekufuado, J Mensa, and the rest of the people want to do. And it's a West Steady Ghana for power. We are all quiet because we just want to go or to move all the way to the 7th of January. Nayen Swejo Mahama in. Majority of Ghanaians, that is what is in your heart. Majority of Ghanaians watching me tonight. The reason why all that is happening, people are angry and they are not reacting is because they just want to get to that point where total power will be taken away from Ekufuado. And you see, we have gotten to that point where it's murky. Bonica said it is murkier. Baby, I do know. It say ucha eye edua etare ebuon. So ucha likesia. At the end of the day, eduana ucha no ucha o, and so sekana udi cheduano na sekana ebuon se sekana no. Inti, it has become very murky, and that is the advantage Ekufuado wants to take. When you go out today and protest against what J Mensa and the EC are doing, you give Ekufuado the room to say there's too much chaos in the country. State of the nation 1 month. That means we will not be able to swear in John Mahama. That is one. When you sit back to and allow Ekufuado to suppress Ghanaians and destroy our democracy, he will take advantage of us, and at the end of the day, we will lose the democracy. What do you do? And then our person will as a young Ghanaian. When you go out there to protect your ballot, which you have to, which is a fact, which is a must, which is something every Ghanaian needs to do, you don't also want Ekufuado, who is now president, to take advantage of that and say, there are so many people on the street, they want to kill the EC boss, they want to attack the EC office. Into right now, state of emergency. We cannot do anything in the public for a whole 1 month. It affects the inauguration coming. You don't also want Akufo-Addo to take your rights from you, because yet to abano nipa bi wuye, yet to abano nipa bi ebreye, yet to abano emra a ebo omai we braka chere say we have the right to elect our leaders. You know you have voted for somebody who has won. You don't want anybody to take that too from you. So what do? You have to go and protect your democracy. That is what you can do. You need to go and protect the democracy that at the end of the day, you need to protect the democracy. So as a young person watching me, what do you want to do? You have to get more angrier. The same military that you are expecting to protect you is the same military that Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo is using against you. A letter was released by the Ghana Police Service this afternoon, and the letter, we'll be talking about it. But we believed in one thing: the judiciary, the military, the police, and said these agencies, state institutions, are there for us. And if not for us, the individuals, just for this country's protection. So today, the EC commits a crime. Jubilee House sits down and says, let's use the court. The court that is supposed to protect us. So they go to the court and they find a judge who is also a father, a reverend father, who was made a judge in 2020 by Akufo-Addo. And then they say, go and sit on this case. Remember, Asema Esiwo court in there, that case was not for this judge to sit on. Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo and the Chief Justice this morning, they changed the judge and the court for this judge to come sit on the case. This man is a Reverend Father Joseph Adu Owusu Ajiman. Or no enetna akunyum anopei. Or a Ghanaian Political santimemu. The NDC told him, say, we are Nyaminipa, we are Sofu, Akufo-Addo a judge. We are Sofu, we say, Sebio ende atemudaba or ende, we are saying, Yankupon Buyatanya, who could do heaven. You expect God to show you evidence of Bonia Udiye and Amewa. You expect God, when you saw a Roman father or a judge. You expect God, Memetiye, Nyame Ephraim ende on this show, no guy Kevin is on this show, and I go before God. I will expect God to show me evidence of the bad things I have done. So, God, as a just God, will not just tell you so without telling you what you have done. In court today, there was only one thing that the NDC they asked for in court. Only for Busa judge was a judge. Asamesu Ghana only netia. Utie radio, uhe TV. Baby, I am sure say you know what has even happened there. Asamna eda enimu hana sebi oye sitina so uye Ghana ni first before a judge. And this for said they want to show you evidence that the 9 constituencies, no returning officer was attacked during the declaration of the results. Nobody, Judge Ni Etia Konyoma and his workers said, this is the evidence. We want you to watch a video. This is not picture. When you written document, the NDC lawyers brought video evidence to prove to the judge, say, this is declaration. The declaration that was done. Jane Mensah is saying, sir, the returning officers of 9 constituencies, ya bro mo kuomo me ebikran to me home. And then this said, Jane Mensah is lying. There's video evidence to show, say, during the declaration, all the EC officials, none of them was under duress. Nobody was being beaten. They were not dragging anybody on the floor. None of them lost their eyes. They were seen reading every single document and declaring winners of the respective elections. Judge we also yes of also on video no. This judge refused to look at the video. Judge way one video also on share. And I'm saying why? Or say NPP for the BBA base immediately. Omo enkaya baninti no na ope into NPP for no kokai. This is the same judge. This man. If you read a little bit about him, Reverend Father Joseph Edu-Owusu Ajiman, the parish priest at the All Saints Catholic Church, Santase Fanchinebra in the Kumasi Archdiocese, was appointed as the High Court judge by President Akufo-Addo on Wednesday, September 15th, 2020. So 2020, Akufo-Addo the judge, and the same father now he expects God to tell him his sins before he's judged. No? Today he has refused to look at evidence before his judgment. This is where we are. This should get you angry. This should make you angry as a young man. So now, Andra Nebusa question me waha. And you see, I keep telling you, Andra Nebusa question me say, Dampare, at this point, we all know that the recollation by the EC say it is illegal. And that there's no law in Ghana. Recollation. It means the police Libiako collation center and a military person Libiako collation center say or guard the EC say omonye recollation or commit a crime. That is why this morning they went to court for this father, Roman father, for this Roman father, Roman Asorio, for this Roman father who is the judge to say he's not going to look at the evidence, the video evidence of what happened at Obuasi East, what happened at Dome Kwabinya, what happened at the rest of the cause, or say on share or per se NPP for no enya their way. They should go and count. The reason why judge were taking that decision because they wanted the NPP to get and the EC to get a reason to add the police and the military to the coalition, because they knew that you cannot do illegal coalition with the Ghana military and the Ghana police service. Into this morning, the idea was for this judge to give them the room to commit a crime. So this judge granted what they want so that they can say that the court has said the EC can do it, so the police should follow. The police has no option than to be part of this illegal coalition. Makacho say the coalition itself, the bottom, no, illegal, because on the day of elections, sa constituencies in you declare, and nobody until dates EC and to me any physical or video evidence of any of their officers being beaten, being under duress, being dragged out of the coalition center and not declaring. EC to me provided one. Well, to have one amber court. But today, the Roman father, Akufo-Addo, court, high court judge, with Gina, court, Daya Bible, dem. I catch the and this is on person evidence, and that the EC and MPP should get what they want because he, father, was appointed by Akufo-Addo. So now you understand J.J. Rawlings in 1982. And I can say on authority, J.J. Rawlings didn't kill any judge. The system killed the judges. Those judges who were burnt alive, shot in the head and burnt alive, some of them deserved it. Yeah. Some of those judges, or maybe they all deserved it. We have always said or spoken about one side of the story, why judges were killed and burned. But the other side of the story, what caused that action has always been kept under the carpet. And today, that is what we have to be asking. what was the other side of the issue that got them killed? It was some of these things. The judges who were killed, the story had always been told only one side, only 50% of the story has always been told. Can you ask yourself, who in their right senses will walk into a judge's house, drag them out and put a bullet in their head and burn them? There should be a reason. Were they the only judges in Ghana? No. Why didn't they pull out all those other judges and put a bullet in their head if the whole system was bad? You need to ask yourself that question. Why didn't they pull out all those judges? Because they had the right and power to do it those times. It was a military rule. In the soldier new crow, yes, that soldier could have gone to all the judges, their houses, and pull them out, put them in a car, take them to somewhere and burn them alive. But some people were singled out. So you ask yourself, why was it them? Why are we not asking what they did? And these are some of the things. We need a total reset. And that total reset should affect every institution. And these are the kind of judges that make us, people like us and young people watching us, nipa bebreno, oma bebu buso mo be believe in Ghana. So why should we make people like these kill the spirit and kill the belief young Ghanaians have in Ghana? Why should a man who is supposed to be principled and just, why should he be selective in his courtroom? That is not why he was made a judge. So it cuts deep. Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, he has destroyed this country. And then on the surface, you might think it's easy. But you see, John Mahama has been briefed. After he was announced as the president-elect. He has been briefed. And he knows the damage beneath. These are some of the things in the next 12 hours we will lose it. Judges like these are dangerous. They are not supposed to be sitting in courtrooms. These are not people we are supposed to be handing over Ghana's democracy to. No, never. He's not supposed to come close to any kind of case like this. These are people who are not supposed to come close to it. We are supposed to be serious as a nation. Military men, policemen are being deployed. And then go around the EC office. They have released military. What are they going to do? They have weaponized them. Who are they going to fight? You, the citizen who gave power to Akufo-Addo. You, the citizen who went to vote and said, I want Akufo-Addo to my leader. Today, he is gathering the military that is supposed to protect you to kill you. Today, the Akufo-Addo administration, they are fighting Dampari because he needs to release men to kill Ghanaians. This afternoon, the Ghana Police Service released a statement. And that statement, their deployment was intercepted. Now, when you read the deployment statement, now, this is a wireless message the police just put out because they are gathering forces on how to suppress people from tonight. Now, here's statement where they are thinking of sending 5,000 policemen out to protect the Electoral Commission, and they are thinking of sending another 1,000 military men out to protect J Mensa to rig an election that has already been decided by the constituents. Now, so who read this statement now? They are talking about 1,000 other ranks, spot and 50 other ranks. They are talking about 300 policemen, 400 policemen. They are pulling policemen from every part of the nation to come to Accra. The question is, when you pick policemen from every part of the nation to come to Accra, Right now, we are looking at about 15,000 policemen. Yeah. We are looking at 15,000 policemen being picked from different parts of the nation. Then the question is, when you pick them from there, who protects that side? You are weakening the security of this nation in 24 hours. Meaning, people can take over this nation in 2 or 3 hours. This is all because Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo does not want NDC to have 186 2/3 of parliament. He does not want it. And J Mensah and the Akufo-Addo dems are saying, that is what they want to do because they are scared the NDC will use that power to expose them. Technically, you need 15,000 policemen. Now, the 15,000 policemen, the moment you withdraw policemen from their posts to come to Accra and do this job, you are weakening the security system in this nation. Somebody who was going to be protected in a place tonight by a policeman, tonight that person is going to be killed because you have taken that police officer from their post to go and do what? To go and protect the EC. You have taken a legitimate police officer in a legitimate position protecting civilians to come to Accra to come and do what? To come and protect the EC to commit an illegality. That is how dangerous it is.